Alright, so real quick, just want to show this DIY 5-gallon bucket sump deal that I kind of stole a few ideas from a few different people and put this together to see how it would work out. And this 75 gallons kind of like my super experimental tank I've been having fun with. But basically it's just a 75 with an overflow. So most of you are very familiar probably with how the overflows work. Water level comes up to a certain point in which it then actually overflows. So it overflows, comes down through these pipes, and it's gonna come in here through the bulkhead, comes down through my 3/4 inch piping, in which I put a ball valve on, which I'd recommend doing. And then also I have these, I forgot what they're called, union joints for the PVC. So you can unscrew it, take it apart, and do whatever you gotta do. But basically, here's what we got going on. I got a 5-gallon bucket, and I'm gonna try to insert pictures that I have of the individual steps that I took. I have a 5-gallon bucket, comes down into a bulkhead on the bucket itself, which is not really necessary because this isn't gonna be even airtight. But it comes down to the bucket. It goes through a first stage, which is a polyester filling mesh, which I'll pop the lid off, you can see. There's actually pretty good flow, so it comes down into that bucket, just working off of suction or gravity or what have you. And it goes through there, and it goes into a drip pan, which I basically took the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket, cut it off, and drilled a bunch of holes into it. And what that allows the water to do is more evenly kind of distribute and then drip down my media. The media I'm using is just lava rock. I think a lot of people have seen that in use before, but it drips down through the bed of media. Underneath the media I do have some egg crate that is holding the lava rock up off the bottom so that my holes at the bottom of the bucket don't get filled up or blocked off. But anyway, if you look down here, you can see some of the holes in the bucket. And got a little pump going. Pump is a Rio 1400. Probably could have used a bigger pump, but not necessary on this tank. I already have a few other filters running on it at the same time. It's just, like I said, an experimental tank, and everything's kind of, heavily overdone at this point. But experimenting, having fun. I wanted to try the sump idea to get rid of the heater that's in the tank and whatnot. And if I get comfortable with this, I'm going to back it off and I'll use just this solely as my filtration, but right now I'm running a couple other filters. But it seems to be working pretty good. Got the pump was the Rio 1400. I think at the head it's got about 3 feet up, so it's roughly around 270 I think gallons per hour, maybe 300 gallons per hour, which should be sufficient for this tank. But a little more flow is always nice to have too, as long as it's not overpowering the tank. The tub itself is obviously just a Sterilite tub. I wanted to go with something bigger, but the tank and everything was already set up, and I wasn't going to break it all down to slide something in through the top. Working pretty good so far. If anybody's got any questions, just let me know and I'll try to fill in.